Imagine you are at home and your mom says, "Can you buy Colgate while coming back?" She doesn't say toothpaste, she says Colgate. Somehow, one brand became so popular that people started using its name instead of the product itself. But here is the interesting part. Colgate didn't become famous overnight. In fact, when this company started, toothpaste wasn't even its business. Let's go back more than 200 years. In 1806, a young man named William Colgate opened a small shop in New York. He wasn't trying to build a global company. Neither wasn't dreaming of becoming one of the world's biggest brands, like thousands of other shopkeepers. He simply wanted to earn a living. His shop sold everyday products like soaps, candles, and starch. Nothing about his business looked extraordinary. Building a business in those days wasn't easy at all. There was no television, no internet, and no advertisements. If customers liked your product, they would come back. If they didn't like, your business slowly disappeared. William understood this very clearly. Instead of trying to sell the cheapest products, he focused on making products people could trust forever. That simple decision helped his business grow slowly over the years. People cared about keeping their homes clean. They cared about washing clothes, but very few people paid attention to oral hygiene. Brushing your teeth every day wasn't common at those days. Many people cleaned their teeth using charcoal. Some used salt, others made their own powders at home, and many people didn't think much about dental care at all. Most companies ignored this. After all, why would you invest in a product that people weren't even asking for? And it was an opportunity. How do you sell toothpaste to people who don't even think they need it? And changing habits is one of the hardest things any business can do. Colgate now had a choice: continue as just another successful soap company or take a huge risk by entering the market that barely existed. That decision would change the company forever, and it entered the oral care market. At first, it wasn't easy at all because the biggest challenge was not making toothpaste, it was convincing people to change their habits. To make brushing easier, the company introduced toothpaste in collapsible tubes in 1896. And today, every toothpaste comes in a tube, so it doesn't sound special for us. But back then, it was a game changer. It was cleaner, easier to carry, and much more convenient than the jars people were used to. And slowly, more families started accepting toothpaste as part of their daily routines. And as people's habits changed, Colgate's business began to grow rapidly. The company expanded beyond the United States and entered many countries. Everything seemed to be going perfectly. But then, in 1929, the Great Depression hit. Millions of people lost their jobs. Families started cutting down on every unnecessary expenses. Many businesses shut down because people simply couldn't afford their products. For Colgate, this was a big test. And soon, another challenge also arrived: World War II. Factories struggled to get raw materials. Transportation became difficult. Global trade slowed down. Like thousands of businesses around the world, Colgate had to deal with shortages, disruptions. Yet, somehow, the company continued serving customers and kept its business moving. By the end of the war, Colgate had survived challenges that had wiped out countless companies. But its toughest competition was still waiting. After World War II, the global economy started recovering. People were spending again. New companies entered the market and competition became tougher than ever. Some of the biggest names in the consumer goods industry, including Procter & Gamble and Unilever, were fighting for the same customers. Supermarket shelves became a battlefield. Every brand wanted a place in people's home. Colgate knew that simply making good toothpaste was no longer enough. It had to keep innovating. It introduced new products, improved its formulas, and expanded into toothbrushes, mouthwashes, and other personal products. One of the biggest milestones came when Colgate joined forces with Palmolive, creating the company we know today as Colgate-Palmolive. The merger gave the company a stronger global presence and a wider range of products. But the challenges didn't stop there. In 1970s and 80s, brands like Close-Up changed the way toothpaste was marketed. Instead of talking only about healthy teeth, they focused on confidence, freshness, and relationships. Consumer expectations were changing. Once again, Colgate adapted. Years later, especially in countries like India, herbal products became popular. Brands like Dabur and Patanjali attracted customers looking for natural ingredients. Rather than ignoring the trend, Colgate introduced its own herbal range and continued investing in research and innovation. That ability to adapt became one of the company's biggest strengths. And today, Colgate products are sold in more than 200 countries and millions of people begin their day with the brand. But if you look back at its journey, you will realize something. Colgate didn't become successful because it invented toothpaste. It became successful because it understood people. It built trust when it sold soap. It changed habits when it introduced toothpaste. It stayed strong during the Great Depression. It survived World War II. It adapted when powerful companies entered the market. And every time the world changed, Colgate changed with it. That's probably why even today many of us don't ask for toothpaste. We simply ask for Colgate. And that's how a small soap shop started in 1806 became one of the most trusted brands in the world, Colgate.